What's up with it, ladies and gents? This is the Peace Dealer, Moon in Taurus, Sun in Aries. Let's make it real. The moon is gonna hit a 30-degree angle over the next 24 hours. I believe that's gonna be 22 degrees. 22 degrees Aries, 22 degrees Taurus moon. This 30-degree to 60-degree angle spilling over in Gemini is a manifestation, a direct application, and because this is in an earth sign, a materialization of the actions you have just activated. In fact, as of now, before the moon hits 22 degrees Taurus, we're still in the activation portion of this cycle. As it's spilled over into Taurus. So the actions we're taking are giving us, or rather helping us understand with the moon, the grounded footing needed to move forward relative to who we are aware and understand that we are because of the actions we've taken and what it has begun to define our characters stepping into this new destiny, this new mission, this unlocking of your power, okay? So the rest of this in coming into this grounded, natural, tangible understanding is not only going to make this quite literally very physical, but it's going to begin to set up that 30 degree, 22 degree, of course, Taurus moon that will literally help you feel the tangible quality, because fixed signs are quality and cardinal signs are power, the tangible quality, Taurus, of the Aries raw power. All right, before we get to superpowers, and I know society is dumb enough to try and act like superpowers don't exist. Actually, that's a lie. There's articles now saying that humans are developing superpowers, and these don't have to be like crazy fantasy movie powers. Too, an enhancement of the average quality of physical strength and psychological, vigor is enough to count. But before you get to the superpowers in Libra and the psychic powers in Cancer, the first power, Aries, is raw power. Raw power manifests Taurus. Okay, think The Rock, physical strength. So Aries at raw power is a fire truck that just passed. Manifests Taurus, physical strength. This is why these are the originals. This is all stacked based off of your own raw power. Of course, the quality of certain people's Taurus or Aries could be supernatural power, could be supernatural, but it'll be based on that raw strength. So if they have like a very pimped out Taurus aspect, the supernatural quality of that is stemming from their physical strength. A classic example of this is The Rock, one of the greatest heels ever. Is it a coincidence that The Rock is one of the greatest heels ever? Just like Hitler and 6ix9ine, who are all Capricorn moon Taurus suns. There's a reason why they can play the antagonist very well. It's because they're powerful as fuck, okay? That power, that God power that The Rock has with his Cap moon is now embodied through his physical strength. Like Taurus is literally the Rock type Pokemon. But the reason why that's very key is the values of what you stand on, grounded, are what enable you to strengthen the direction you take your identity. And that's what the moon is going to help you understand, because the second house transit is all about confidence, the values that enhance your self-esteem. And you're going to be, that's the real nature of Taurus that will kind of course, ground out all the ego. We can get too caught up in our own fire and hype up our own shit. But in coming into a grounded understanding of what that's actually worth, now you're standing on something solid with which you can build your confidence. You can build your physical strength, and you want to see that the power that you've activated is helping you understand how to physically strengthen it. All right, physical strength. Physical strength leads to, Taurus leads to Gemini. The stronger you are physically, the clearer your brain can function. And this is what will lead to the moon in Gemini transit of understanding the true understanding of who we are. Gemini, moon, Aries, sun, or an intellectual understanding of what direction to take our identity. So before that, we have to ground it in Taurus. And the reason why this is so fucking dope, is that the seeds are being planted with Jupiter and Uranus at the third decan of Taurus to now ground this power with the most wealthy expansion of yourself. You are actively expanding your sense of self-worth. Every time the moon goes into Taurus, it is the equivalent of passing go and collecting 200. That's the analogy that I want to use. So for us to do this while we are activating a new moon cycle, second stage activation, is going to give you a very tangible physiological feeling through your five senses of how you are enhancing how much more supernaturally you can sense energy. And the supernatural component of this is the 90-degree angle the moon in Taurus is making to Pluto in Aquarius. That is grounding this extraordinary supernatural advanced energy hitting everyone collectively. But the way you individually tap into that, like opening a sink, is going to depend on the quality of your faucet. If your faucet is trash, you're getting the same water that everyone else is getting, but it's going to filter through your trash faucet. Versus if you have a quality faucet that you take care of and keep clean, you can harness this power, the water, you can harness this energy through you. And then on top of that, of course, it's going to pass go and collect 200. And what I'm setting up for you for how this looks like is basically you've just unlocked powers. You've harvested superpowers that you have been unlocking for the past 6 months, and that's harvesting through this Aries. So this moon in Taurus is very exciting because you're now you're literally coming into the direct feeling of manifesting these powers. All right. Have you ever seen an anime or a movie where someone finally manifests their powers and abilities? That's today, tomorrow, and the next 2 days. You're manifesting the physical quality of how your body can anchor new powers. And then Gemini is going to help you actually experience the ability that comes from it, the experience of the quality of your power. And you want to be excited because once again, Jupiter and Uranus here are going to add their sauce, their quality on this, which is going to not only bring this quite a natural feel, but strengthen and evolve so unconventionally how tangibly you can not only can sense and feel this physically, but hold it in your hands. Actually gather this. I hope I didn't dox myself. Actually gather this very, very clearly, very physically. All right, so it's going to be tangible. Uranus rules Aquarius, which is electric. So don't be surprised if you start at a greater level shooting electricity through your fingertips. Just remember though, we've been having this moon transit every 28 days. When post-May, we're going to have it in Gemini. And then post-2026, we'll have the Uranus cycle in Gemini. But for now, while it's in Taurus, it's like a pit station that is strengthening every cycle how naturally we can harness our raw natural energy. So, of course, we're applying supernatural power to the way it activates raw power in us. You know what I'm saying? It's physical. Aries is yang. Taurus is yang. Gemini, your thoughts, and Cancer, your emotions, that's yin, right? So we are activating the yang portion of our physicality, and this really does promote physical activity. Those of you who will see the quickest results are those of you who are exercising, those of you who are being active. Whereas, the Gemini Cancer transits favor more internal reflections, spiritual exercises through imagination that strengthen our spiritual body. If you watch Naruto, you understand. Meditation, deep reflection, psychological strenuous activity strengthens your spiritual body, your mind. And then of course, physical exercises strengthen your physical body. So this is what's going to help you understand how much stronger you have become. And now I really want to highlight there is a supernatural element to this because we are harvesting what we unlocked 6 months ago, superpowers. And this is what's going to help you understand the natural quality of new, original, raw powers that with Uranus and Taurus draw from energy extra dimensional outside of this realm that now enhances more of what you process, more of what you produce. So in a nutshell, you are coming into a tangible manifestation of your power. And why is this important? The moon in Taurus is going to make this tangible. So once we step into the moon in Virgo, it's going to change your behavior as you're going to take this tangible power and you're going to take that tangible quality of this power rather. And through the moon in Virgo, you're going to understand how to make it consistent. All right. So basically now is where you're actually manifesting it. And then when the moon is in Virgo, you're going to learn how to make it consistent so that it's not hit and miss. You're integrating this manifestation of your power into your routine, into your lifestyle. We're not there yet. For now, you're actually manifesting it. The whole unconventional notion of Uranus with Jupiter will shock thousands of people today who may have gone from being skeptical about these themes, skeptical about psychic ability, and then they're going to prove it to their own selves, which is a fascinating concept. Someone who's very skeptical about these things may in their brain feel like they have to have somebody show them how it works before they believe it. And like the silly little muggles they are, they don't realize they're going to be the ones who prove it to themselves. We don't have to prove astrology to them. We don't have to prove magic to them. They exhibit it themselves their whole lives. They may have been contributing it to being a coincidence, but once you, of course, unlock layers of your potential, you're going to guide yourself through these realizations. And where is that going to lead them back? Back to us. It's how it always works. Hey, I actually had an experience and I can't talk to anyone else about this. So can you have, so all those people who've been being skeptical or whatever, just know they're going to be running to you. And they can only do that because you have been maintaining authenticity. You have been shining that light so they can recognize you as that. Of course, before they had to project on you because they didn't understand their own self. But now as they start to understand the quality of who they are, because everyone has a unique quality to their power and energy, don't be surprised if they come running back to you because they need someone to make sense of this. Anyway, other than that, yeah, get ready. This is very extreme. Every time we had a transit like this before, Pluto was in Capricorn. So we were still ascending the direction we really control this. We're done awakening control of this. You have full control of this. Now we're awakening the incredible, the more supernatural energy. We're awakening advanced knowledge of what we're manifesting, but the knowledge that comes from your higher self, like an alien would, not like a research institution that has spent hundreds of years researching. An alien can now take hundreds of years of research and condense it into just one sentence. It's celestial knowledge. Celestial knowledge is not human knowledge. All right. So just keep that in mind, because some of you are around aliens and celestials, you don't even know it. And once they come out the woodwork and start kind of shocking your mind, don't be surprised. But the coolest thing is, once the moon goes into Gemini, the next magic moon message is going to be the final stage of activation, where you are understanding what the power is called, what the power is, who you truly are, and what you are experiencing as far as the expression and the effect of the quality of the power. As far as now, you're manifesting that quality. And before we get to 22 degrees, this is you positioning your footing on the ground to make sure these are my values. This is how confident I feel in myself. As soon as we get to 22 and it goes through Jupiter and Uranus, listen to me. Listen to me. A very uncanny, unconventional, instant manifestation of the quality of your power, which could be immediately experienced as getting a lot of money out of nowhere. Because Taurus is physical possessions. It is the fixed earth, like your dollar bill. And allow people to just project insecurities on you because they're stupid and they're weak, and that's really all they can do. You cannot necessarily blame them. They have to take responsibility, but weak people are weak people. You cannot expect strength from them. They're only going to torture themselves more. Once they recognize that projecting on you only hurts themselves, they'll stop doing that stupid shit. But this also strengthens you by being challenged and standing in your own wealth, because you know it's nothing, and there's nothing a weak little bitch can do to deter you. And you're going to prove that more than ever today by standing in your value and strength. All right, it's as simple as that. I hope you're excited because you're going to come into a real manifestation of supernatural power that activated with Aries and will be tangible today and tomorrow. Y'all stay blessed as always. Nobody's messing with the Infinity Gang. Peace.